girls, so I hope you're doing well. Today in this video I will speak about how I've been gone from this to this. So let's jump into it. I just wanted to help you to achieve healthy hair and explain to you how I have achieved long and healthy hair since this photo. I'm already in the mood, so in winter mode. Behind me you can see my Halloween decoration. So we are the 2nd of November today, and I will probably change everything this afternoon for winter edition. As I said in other video, I'm really in love with season decoration. So anyways, this is not the topic of the video. So I will explain to you how I achieve this result. We are in 2018, so I'm 19 years old and I always wanted to be blonde. I also explained this in another video that since I'm a young girl, I always think that blonde with blue eyes will be better than brunette with blue eyes, because you know all the Barbie and everything are always blonde and it's not a lot of option in, I would say, in brunette. So you can really, as a younger, you don't really identify yourself as a brunette princess. So I always wanted to be blonde. When I was 18, 19, it was a trend to be blonde, you know, the tie and dye and everything, you know. I don't know if you remember all of this stuff, but at this period it was the tie and dye that was really, you know, on top, and all the it girl had a tie and dye. And okay, so first I started with a tie and dye from here. So I was, I think, 17 or something like that. We didn't really bleach my hair. We used really just a light color and it was not so bad, so it was okay. So I did my first, then I found my hairdresser and we tried to do a little bit more, and then I finally did this. Like, oh, I'm really blonde and etc. So this was my hair straight. So you can see it's a little bit yellow. It was not so damaged because I didn't really bleach my hair a lot, because my hairdresser didn't want it to bleach all of my hair and to be completely blonde. So that's something that I thank him, because when you have a hairdresser that really cares about your hair and not only wishes better for your hair, because when you have a hairdresser that is just, okay, fine, I will do what you want, but you're going from black to satin blonde, it will just destroy your hair and then you will regret it. So sometimes it's good to have a hairdresser that really don't want to damage your hair. From this to this, it take, I would say, 4 to 5 years, because in between I cut my hair here. So I did a long bob, I would say. So I cut my hair here and it was the worst decision. So I've never done the bob since, I would say, 2019 or 2020. I think it was just before COVID and everything. It was the worst decision of my life, but it really helped my hair, because you know, when you really do a cut, so you have really long hair, a little bit of split ends, a little bit of damage, and you cut your hair here, it's just wonderful. It's like a new beginning for your hair. So it's really a good thing to do. But if you're like me and you really love long hair, you will probably regret it. You need to have patience and take good care of your hair. It's impossible to have healthy hair with bleaching your hair. It's, you know, it's not compatible. Of course, with a lot of product and really good product, you can really help your hair to not be so damaged. But once you have bleached your hair, you have bleached your hair, so there's no coming back, you know what I mean? You can help your hair but it will never be your natural healthy hair. So that's a fact. First thing, go to your hairdresser and start cutting what is really damaged and all the splits ends. So really cut your hair. It will be a long process, but it's really worth it. Is protect your hair when you blow dry your hair, when you go out, when you sleep, always, okay? You need to protect your hair and really use the right product. You don't need to use the most expensive product. You need to find a product that is good for your hair, okay? So that's really important, because sometimes even if you use the most expensive shampoo, it will not help your hair. If you behind your shampoo you just burn your hair with a curling iron, you know, you need to have the balance, okay? So you need to find a good shampoo for your hair. If you have curly hair, straight hair, greasy, dry hair, you need to find your shampoo and your routine. It's really the most important, and for that you need to know your hair type and what your hair needs, okay? For example, a shampoo that is too nourishing, my scalp will be greasy faster, and that's not what I want. But if I use something too dry, my hair will be not as silky as I want, and they will be a little bit puffy. Or so you really need to find your product and try. That's because I have tried a lot of shampoo. Of course, I will be honest with you, I have straight hair, so it's much more easier for me than for someone with curly hair or wavy hair, because as a straight hair girl, my hair is just flat and straight and pin straight, and I can do whatever I want. They stay like this, okay? And they are naturally nourished by the sebum of my scalp, because it can really slide down. And that's the difference with curly hair, because your sebum, so the sebum of your scalp, cannot really slide down your hair. I cannot really recommend you some shampoo or some conditioner, because if you don't have the same hair type, it will not maybe work for you. But I can recommend you a routine and the shampoo that I use, and maybe you can have a look to the brand, and if it works for you, it's okay. I can recommend you to start doing some hair oiling if you're going from this, if you want to go from this to this. So with hair oiling, I've never seen my hair this shiny and beautiful. To be honest, it really works well, and I really feel the difference when I'm not doing hair oiling and when I do hair oiling. If you have curly, long, short, greasy, dry, all hair type can be beautiful, but really beautiful if you really take care of it and you accept it. To go from this to this, I needed to accept my hair type that is straight and brunette, because I always wanted to be a curly blonde girl. Of course I'm not, and I needed to accept it. Here I have done a blowout, so okay, but I have pin straight hair and I'm a brunette, that's for sure, and I just accept it. Now, I've never received so many compliments about my hair since I accepted my hair, and I just let them as it is. You cut your hair, you accept your hair, and then you know your hair type, and then you start to do a hair care routine. I use the milkshake called Brunette. It's a blue shampoo for brunette when they want to stay a cold brunette and don't have all these, you know, highlights, these orange, yellow highlights. Been using this. I also use Redken All Soft. I've also used drugstore shampoo like L'Oreal. My mom always buy Health, L'Oreal, and it's just amazing. So it works really well for my hair, so I can only recommend you. I've done hair oiling. As I said, I already use basic oil. Of course, I have tried Fable and Main, etc. And I have also another brand, so a Swiss brand, and I really love it. It smells so good. But you can start with the basics with castor oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, and avocado oil also. But that's it. It's really good thing to do, and castor oil can maybe help with hair growth. What also helps your hair to grow, etc., is doing your scalp massage. Scalp massage is really a good thing to help to grow your hair. So you can use your hands, or you have, you know, the silicone brush like this. You use it every day for 5 minutes. I think this really helps me to get my result faster, I would say. Of course, it's not on one night. I speak about a change for 5-6 years here, so it really takes a long time to achieve, because my transformation is really from the bottom and my hair goals. I've attained my hair goals right now. It's really the top what I have dreamed for my hair. Of course, in between you will have beautiful hair, but it will not maybe be your hair goal. What really helps me with greasy hair is the 2 shampoo method. So you really wash your hair twice. It's really important to really get rid of everything. And of course, I've always been using hair mask, because for me it's really important, because it's really more concentrated conditioner. So I have always used hair mask, always. So that's also why I can maybe say that my hair was not so dramatic on this photo. Even it seems dramatic, but it was not so dramatic. I always use hair mask. What I do right now is that I wash my hair 2 or 3 times per week, and I use conditioner at every wash, no exception. Always a conditioner. If I don't use conditioner, my hair would just be puffy, tangled together. So I use conditioner at every wash. And hair mask is just once a week or twice a week. Use oil directly, and it's really fine, and I really feel the difference on my tips, because your tips will always be a little bit more dry than your scalp, and that's completely normal. So that's why I apply every day 1 drop of oil. I put a drop of oil here, I just warm it up to have all my hand with oil, and then I apply like this. Apply heat protector after every wash. Applying the heat protector directly after shower on really wet hair really helps me to have smooth hair. I don't know how to explain this, but it works. I changed my towel, so now it's a microfiber towel. Always a microfiber towel. It really helps not to, you know, damage your hair too much. And what was really a game changer for me, but I really see the difference every day, the silk cap. The silk cap just blew my mind, because it just helped me a lot with smooth, shiny, and, you know, to keep your hair really nourished and moisturized. It really helped me a lot, and I can only recommend you to invest in a silk cap. I know that is a bit expensive, but if you have one, you can really use it for years. So, and it's better than a silk pillowcase, because a silk cap, your hair is really together and stay together, and you can really take it everywhere, and you don't need to buy different size of pillowcase. So really invest in a silk cap. Oh, and also I've always been blow drying my hair, always. I didn't go to bed with wet hair. I've done it, of course, when I was young, 2 to 3 times, but always blow dry your hair, because your hair is really more sensitive when they are wet. So it's more important to blow dry them with a heat protector and, you know, medium heat, than letting your hair dry and, you know, have some friction, and when everything is wet here, it's really not good for your scalp. So really blow dry your hair. Of course, what you can also do when you go outside and it's really windy and cold, maybe just put your head together with a hair clip or something, and when you're at your destination you can remove the hair clip. But this really helps to have your hair together and avoid friction, wind, and all the weather stuff. And just a little reminder, when you use a conditioner and a hair mask, let the product sit a little bit in your hair before rinsing out, because it doesn't really work if you just apply a conditioner and then you rinse directly. So really, conditioner, let it sit for 2 to 5 minutes, and your hair mask, you can let it sit for 15 minutes more. It's really not a problem. This will really help to have all the effect and to be more effective. So let's sit your product. Okay, so I think that's it for this video about hair care routine and how you go from damaged hair to beautiful hair. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let a like, let a comment, follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, and here on YouTube. Share this video, and see you in the next video. Bye!